One of the biggest things when you're getting into YouTube is everybody worries about copyright. As you can see on the screen here, this is my email, and look, this one response has 28 responses in it. Recently, during December, you see, and into January, early January, but really it's the end of December which triggered this. I think it's because ad rates go up in November and December. We'll get into more details. It might not be the case, but as a rule of thumb, when these companies get kind of sleazy, the time that you should strike if you're one of these companies, it would be around the holidays, because ad rates are at the highest. So if you can snipe a couple hundreds of videos, couple thousands of videos across different channels, you get a little chunk of change at the end of the year, especially as YouTubers are busy themselves at that time of year. They're trying to work the hardest to take advantage on their end, right, of the increased ad revenue at the end of the year. So it's a pretty nasty part of YouTube, pretty sleazy thing. And I get from YouTube's side, they have to allow companies to put copyright claims because, the whole thing works. It's funny. We all grew up with YouTube and stuff, but I don't know if you like on the NFL, it's like you can't use any part of our clips without the expressed written permission from the NFL. This whole idea of using clips and making money off them. I mean, my biggest channel is the Star Wars YouTube channel. I didn't get approval from anybody that owns Star Wars, any of the Disney stuff or Lucasfilm, to do that. Technically, if they wanted to make a big deal, that could be an issue, and it is with other fandoms. So we're really lucky that YouTube exists at all, and it plays in this funny gray space to begin with of people using content to make their stuff. And YouTube is so great because we're able to use high quality clips, stuff like that. So here's what it looks like on my end when you get a bunch of copyright claims. But moral of the story here is don't worry about a certain bunch of aspects here, guys. Copyright claims released. You see how many are released? This happened within minutes. Like maybe 1 minute, actually. It's almost instant. I think the way a lot of these companies work is that they just mass send it out, and if it's disputed at all, you're good. They say, we don't want to be sued on the other end. Let's get some free money, being sleazy, and if they push back at all, just give up the fight, Theirs is more of a volume game, and hoping that creators don't even notice. So, sorry, I'm talking really fast. I just recorded another video right before this, too. Point is, I had never shown, let me show you this, because the reason why I had never disputed a claim before is because of this very terrifying wording. So here's what it looks like when you're uploading, and for the record, I put, let me just mute it here. Come on, thing. This is me already trying to get around some copyright crap. I had to put this like static overlay on top of it. You can't really see it there. Basically, I thought it was a visual copyright issue, and no, it was like a music thing. But anyways, you click here, go to checks. Oh yeah, doesn't have that. You go to checks, and oh, okay, never mind. I'm sorry. This one is the visual stuff. This is the Disney stuff, which, in case you're wondering, or in case it applies to your niche, it's because this is a longer video. I think something triggers. It's a different quality of copyright, like filter, whatever their AI, whatever their thing is that's looking. When the videos are really long, I've noticed it gets hit. It's like it's extra critiqued. Man, where could I find you one with the music? I don't know. That might be tricky. Hey, these all look like that. Anyways, I was gonna show you. Man, I could go all through it. Here, look. Well, I'll just show you what it looks like. See how terrified I am? Because here's what it looks like. You click on take action here, right? You go to dispute. Cool. You go here. Yeah, you hit continue. See, I'm terrified. I'm going to hit license. I'm going to abandon this because I don't have the right to use this. But if you did, right, let's pretend like it was music. Because I had paid for a license to use this music, but another company will just say, oh, it's my music. And then you get stuck in this bureaucratic crap. So you go all through here, and then at the very end, I understand that filing fraudulent disputes may result in the termination of my YouTube account. So I would go all the way through here. I know I paid to use the music, and some random company is claiming that it's their music. I don't have the right to use it. And I'd be like, damn, I'm not going to click that, man. That's just so scary, the wording. It may result in the termination of my YouTube account. It's like, I'm going to back out of here because I'm literally terrified of even looking at that. So I kind of let some of those companies bully you on smaller things. It's like one or two thing, and then you just take it out, you upload it again. You just kind of accept it because it was so random. It was not really that big of a problem, and so I only fought back and disputed it when this last December, when I got hit with literally dozens. I would just wake up in the morning, endless email scrolling of like copyright, 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 copyright. Effectively, I could have done it to the whole channel because it's the music I use in the background, all the videos. So, point is, moral of the story: if you actually have the licensing to use it through Storyblocks or Shutterstock, in Shutter, we'll get into a whole video if you want, separate video on how all that works in more detail. But the point is, don't be afraid to click that little thing saying if it's a fraudulent claim, I could terminate my entire YouTube channel. I understand it's terrifying. You've been working on stuff for years. In my case, like more than 8 years. So I just never clicked it. It sucks that they word it like that, but I get, you got to understand there are people uploading entire movies and like just actual, copyright illegal stuff. But if you have an actual claim, you're actually paying for it, don't be afraid to click that. And don't be stressing out because I had a whole thing written up I was going to write to YouTube. And then when I finally did just dispute it, it was released, like I said, within a minute, maybe, at least a couple minutes, near instantly. This whole process is automated. Don't take it personal. It's not about you. They don't even know you exist, really. Even if you're a million sub channel, they barely are aware of any of this. It's all automated. The sheer volume of YouTube is insane. And these companies are just automatically putting claims, and they will automatically lift the claim almost immediately when you dispute it, when you actually have you paid for the license somehow. So hope that helps. Hope that makes you less stressed. I wish I ran across a video like this before, when I was trying this out and when I was scared of being hit scared of fighting back against these claims at all because, is it worth it? What if through some bureaucratic, misunderstanding, your whole channel gets shut down? What the hell do you do? Like, I've heard of this happening for other stuff when people got hacked. And they say, well, we can't help you. Like, once the channel's down, it's down. So, so that can be pretty scary. But if you paid for it, just dispute it. It'll be released. Hope that helps. See you in the next one.